Have you ever been the reason someone got kicked out of Disneyland? When I was 10 years old, I had a serious leg injury during a growth spurt. One of the tendons stretched too far and never healed properly. I had to wear a brace constantly and use crutches just to move around. Most days, I couldn't put any weight on that leg at all. The pain was unbearable. Some nights I would wake up screaming, clutching my leg until my mom rushed in with pain medicine to calm me down. That injury didn't last a week or two. It dragged on for months, and those months were the most painful of my entire childhood. That summer, my parents decided to surprise us with a trip to Disneyland. Even though I still couldn't walk, they were determined to make me happy. I had to sit in a wheelchair the whole time, which honestly made me feel embarrassed at first. But there was one upside. We were allowed to skip the long lines. My family didn't make a big deal out of it, and soon enough, I stopped feeling awkward and started having fun. The day was perfect. We rolled through the park laughing, music everywhere, people smiling. My dad bought us ice cream, and we didn't have to stand in a single line. For the first time in months, I forgot about the pain and just felt like a normal kid again. That's when things went wrong. We were heading toward the Pirates of the Caribbean ride when I noticed a woman behind us. I remembered seeing her earlier too, at another ride, and then another. The more I thought about it, the more it felt like she was following us. When we reached the ride entrance, the attendant waved us forward. We were just about to move ahead when the woman suddenly rushed in front of us and blocked the way. "No!" she snapped loudly. "Absolutely not. You've been skipping everyone all day. If anyone deserves to cut the line, it's me." My dad immediately stepped in front of my wheelchair, his face tightening. "What are you talking about?" he said. "My daughter is injured. Why do you think she's in a wheelchair?" The woman looked down at me with pure disgust. "She looks fine to me," she said. "She's probably pretending." My stomach dropped. "I'm not pretending," I said quietly. "I have a problem with my leg." She laughed. "Oh please, yeah, right. If you're really hurt, get up and walk. Go on." I could feel my hands shaking. My dad's face turned red and his fists clenched at his sides. "Get out of our way," he growled. "My daughter is not faking anything." The woman crossed her arms and refused to move. "I'm not going anywhere until she admits it. Stand up. Prove it." People around us started staring. Some even pulled out their phones to record. My heart was pounding so hard I felt sick. What if the staff believed her? What if they made us leave? She was ruining everything. Then, in a split second, it happened. She lunged past my dad before anyone could react, grabbed my arm, and yanked me out of the wheelchair. I instinctively put weight on my injured leg and screamed. The pain was sharp and blinding. My leg gave out and I collapsed onto the ground in tears. Everything went silent. I looked up at her through blurry eyes. All the color drained from her face. She stared at me in horror, like she finally realized what she had done. Then chaos exploded. My dad started yelling at her, furious beyond words. My mom rushed to my side, helping me back into the chair and quickly giving me pain medicine. The ride attendant stood there helplessly, hands raised, trying to calm everyone down. "What's going on here?" someone shouted. That's when another man stepped forward. The attendant visibly relaxed. "Thank goodness," he said. "This is the park manager." My dad and the attendant explained everything. The manager listened carefully, but I could see anger building in his eyes. He knelt down in front of me, his voice gentle. "Are you okay?" he asked. "I'm fine," I said through tears, even though I clearly wasn't. He nodded, then stood up and turned sharply toward the woman. "We've already had multiple complaints about you today," he said coldly. "I warned you once and gave you another chance. You clearly ignored that." Her mouth opened, but he didn't let her speak. "You're done. You're banned from this park. Security will escort you out." Out of nowhere, two large security guards appeared and grabbed her by the arms. She screamed, kicked, and cursed as they dragged her away. Words so horrible they weren't meant for children's ears. The manager apologized to my family over and over. To make it right, he gave us free Disneyland tickets that never expired and could be used anytime. By the time we left the ride, my parents were already talking about coming back for another trip, one without pain, wheelchairs, or crazy strangers trying to prove a point.